Good morning, Tracy. This is Mr. Wong. Today we'll be going through yesterday's homework, which is page 209 and 210 of your maths homework. And then after that, we'll be going through the three work problems of running revision 3, question 11 to question 13. All right, we start with this first. Some of you, I realize that you don't really understand how to read the measurement on a weighing scale when the needle is not pointing to the number. Of course, like in question 1a, when the number is pointing to the number directly, all of you are very good as you can see from the previous homework. However, this one in this exercise, most of the weighing scales, the needle is not pointing at a number, but it's pointing at a line in between the two numbers. Okay, so a lot of you have problems reading this. I know from the pupils that came back from for alternate care that you guys have learned it in P2, but still most of you don't know how or are incorrect in your answers. So I really want you to make sure that you have seen the videos of the lesson for this for yesterday's lesson before doing, and I want you to use their method to do, because any other methods probably will get you the wrong answer. I really want you to know how to what's the proper way of doing, so that you can get the proper answer. Right, so let's start with this. Okay, 1A is quite straightforward. Of course, when there's no cucumbers on it, it will be at 0. So after I put the cucumbers on it, it goes in a circular manner like this, and then it stops at here. Okay, this is obviously 2 kg, so this is 2. So answer for 1A is quite straightforward. Okay, but for 1B, if you realize that the needle is no longer pointing to a number, it's actually pointing to a reading in between the two numbers. For this kind of um, measurement, you can't just think that everything is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can change. It's not always every line is 1. It's not always every line is 10. It's not always every marking is 100. Sometimes it can be 20, can be 50, can even be 25. It depends. So don't assume that every weighing scale you see, each marking, each division must be 1 or 10 or 100. It depends. Okay, so if you zoom in straight, you realize that this needle is pointing between 200 and 300. That's why I have enlarged this. It looks like this. So this needle is pointing between 200 to 300. It's pointing at the fourth line. Okay, but I don't want you to count the lines. I want you to count the space between 200 and 300. So if you really stare very hard over here, you realize that there is one space, there is two space, there is three space, there is four space, and there is five space in between 200 to 300. Okay, I want to find out how much is one space, so as to know what's the next number, what's the next number, what's the next number, and then what's the next number. So if you look at this carefully, between 200 to 300, there's 5 parts. Okay, between 200 to 300, from 200 to get 300 is actually plus 100. Okay, so 5 parts actually means 100. Okay, so these 5 parts is like a model drawing. 5 parts or 5 units refer to 100. And every time you have this, the next thing you want to do is to find one part. When you find one part, you know how much is this, and then you can add on and keep adding on and keep adding on and keep adding on. So what's important is that you can count the number of parts between the two numbers, and then after that find out how much is one part. So if 5 parts is 100, how to find one part? Okay, very simple. If 5 parts is 100, one part is 100 divided by 5 will give you 20. Okay, so if you focus carefully over here, which I expanded it over here, if this is 200, this one will be 220. 220, this one will be 240. 240, this one will be 260. And 260, this one will be 280. Okay, so if this is 280, just make sure that you got it correct. 280 plus another 20 will give you 300, which is correct. Okay, so each part is 200. So this is each part is 20, sorry. So each part is 20. So 200 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 gives you 280. So it's very important, and for the next few questions, we'll keep emphasizing on this, is to find out how much is this one part. It's very important, because if you don't know one part, you cannot count on to find the measurement that you want. Okay, let's look at question C. Okay, for question C onwards, you need to know that 1 kg is actually 1000 grams. Like what I said in length before, if you still remember, K refers to kilo, and kilo actually means 1000 times. Okay, 1 kilogram, 1000 times of 1 meter, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer is 1000 times of 1 meter. So anything with a K, it means 1000 times. Okay, so I put a check on it, it goes one round, it goes past the 500 grams, past the 1 kg, and ends up here. So I know it's between 1 kg and 2 kg. So straight away I know this must be 1 kg. Okay, why? Because the needle is between 1 to 2, it must be 1 kg plus. 1 kg plus, I'm finding this. Okay, so if I focus on this part, okay, between the 500 line and the 0, okay, I know each part here, this is 500 plus 500 will give you 1000 grams, will give you 1 kg, plus another 500, and this part is also 500. So actually this part is actually 500 over here, and between 500 to the top over here, there's actually 10 parts if you go and count, which I expanded it over here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, there are 10 parts over here. So 10 parts is from 500 to the full kg, which is 1000. So here is actually 500. Okay, from here to here is actually plus 500. So we can see that 10 parts is 500. So if I know 10 parts is 500, how to find one part? All you need to do is divide by 10. And when you come back to school, I will teach you again that actually instead of doing the long division, you can actually just cancel away the last zero of each number, and then you get 50. Okay, so each part is actually 50. Okay, so if I know each part is 50, it helps me a lot because I can just keep on counting. I want this line. So if this is 500, the next one will be 550, the next one will be 600, the next one will be 650. So it is very important for you to know how much is one part, so they can keep adding, keep adding, keep adding. Okay, if not, you will just be randomly guessing what is this. Okay, you don't need to randomly guess. Find out how much is one part. So you can keep on adding, keep on adding, keep on adding. Okay, so let's go to part D. I put the turkey on it. It goes from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 goes to this part before reaching 5. So the needle is between 4 kg and 5 kg. So sure, I know that this is 4 kg. 4 kg plus. Plus how much? Let's go and find out. Okay, so again, if you focus between the 4 and the 5, okay, 4 is a full kg, there's no grams, and then to the next kg is another 1000, because I know 1000 gram is I know 1000 I know 1 kg is 1000 grams. So between 4 kg and 5 kg, it is 1 kg, and it's one represented by 1000 grams. So between 4 to 5 kg, there's actually 10 parts. If you stare carefully, you realize there's 10 parts also, and the needle is pointing at the 7th marking, which is here. Okay, with this marking. So again, I don't count the number of marking, I count the space in between. There's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. There are 10 parts, and these 10 parts represent 1000 grams, which is from 4 kg to 5 kg. So if 10 parts represent 1000, how to find one part? All you need to do is use 1000 divided by 10. Same thing like what you have seen before. All you need to do is just cancel out the last zero, gives you 100. It gives you 100. So each part is 100. You can actually check whether it's correct or not. If this is 0, this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1000, which is the next kilogram. So correct, each part is 100. So since I know each part is 100, all I need to do is just keep on adding 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and 700. So it's 4 kilograms and 700 grams. Okay, so it's very important that you know how to find one part. Okay, not randomly guess. It's not every time 1 1 1 1 1. It's not every time 10 10 10 10 10. It can be hundreds, can be 20, can be 25, can be 50. It depends. Okay, let's look at the next page. Okay, same thing. So I put the parcel on it. It goes from 0 to 1 kg to 2 kg to 3, and it goes beyond 3, in between 3 and 4 kg. So I know this must be 3 plus kg. Okay, now I go and find out what is the remaining mass that it has in terms of grams. Okay, so I know it's 3 kg plus. Let's go and find the plus. Okay, so again, if you just focus on 3 kg and the 500 grams marking, between 3 kg, so this is where the 3 kg is, and because 3 kg, there's no other grams to talk about, it's a full kg, so I put a 0. Okay, so between 3 kg mark and the 500 mark is actually 500 grams. That means from here to here, it's actually 500 grams. And between here to here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 divisions. So same thing once again, if 5 parts is 500, 500 divided by 5 will give you 100. So each part is actually 100. So this is 100, this will be 200, this will be 300, and the next time will be 400. However, this time around you realize, hey, it's not even pointing on the marking, it's pointing in between two markings. So ask yourself, what is right smack in between 300 to 400? It is actually 350. Alright, so again, you really have to know how to find that one part in order to count on and count on, and then you will know how to get the answer. The difficult part is finding how much is one part, and once you get it correct, the rest is pretty simple. Okay, let's look at B, parcel B. I put on the weighing scale, it goes from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, but it hasn't crossed 3 yet, so it's between 2 to 3 kg. So I know this is 2 kg plus. Let's find out plus how much. So now I'm just going to focus from the 500 part to the 3 kg part. Okay, so this is the 500 part, goes to the kg. The full kg will be 1 kg. Okay, I'm not writing 3 kg here because I'm looking at this amount. Just basically this amount is how much. Okay, so I know between 500 to 1000 is actually plus 500. So I know that this 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5 space here represents 500. So again, if 5 parts or 5 space in that sense, okay, so if 5 parts is actually 500, I know that one part will be 500 divided by 5 equals to 100. Okay, so if 5 parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is actually 500, one part 500 divided by 5 equals to 100. So I know that each line, each part is actually 100. So if this is 500, this must be 600, 600 this must be 700, 700 this must be 800, 800 this must be 900, and that's how we get your 1000. So this is actually 2 kg and 900 grams. So you must find how much is one part. Alright, okay, let's go to C. So C, once again, I put a parcel on top, goes from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. It's between 3 to 4, so it must be 3 kg plus. Okay, so now I focus between 3 kg and the 500 mark. So 3 kg is a full kg, there's no grams after that, so just 3 kg, and then after that it will be 500 grams on the weighing scale. So you realize that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once again, 5 space 500. Okay, between 0 to 500 is 500. So 5 space 500, 1 space must be 100. So this is 100, this must be 200, that must be 300, 400, and 500. It makes sense. But now again, the needle is pointing in between 100 and 200. So ask yourself again, what is right smack in between 100 and 200? It is actually 150. Okay, so in between 200 and 200 is 150. And that's how you get your answer. So again, you must know this one part. How much is this one part first? Okay, same thing. Let's go on. I put a parcel down, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 is between 2 to 3, so it must be 2 plus kg. So now let's focus on the 500 mark and the 2 kg part. Okay, so same thing, between 2 kg, which is a full kg, and then after that, the 5 kg over here to here, once again, you know it's plus 500 grams. Okay, so 500 grams is represented by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So once again, 5 parts, 500 grams, one part must be 100 grams. So just keep counting on 100 grams, 200 grams, 300 grams, 400 grams. So this is 2 kg and 400 grams. There's another way you can actually count backwards. I know this is each part is 100 grams. So 500, if I move backwards, will be minus 100 grams. So for 500 minus 100 give you 400 as well. So you can either count forward or you can count backwards, whichever is easy for you. So after all these questions, right, it's very important for you to know how to get one part. So if you know how to get one part, the rest will be easy. Okay, but the difficult part is if you don't get the one part, everything else will be difficult. And to get the one part, you need to count the number of space in between the two numbers, divide to get one part, and then after that you can just count on. Quite simple. So the rest is quite simple once you know the readings, get the readings right. Parcel A is the heaviest, parcel D is the lightest. So let's rank them from the lightest to the heaviest. So lightest would be D, followed by B, followed by C, followed by A. Okay, so that is the answer for page 209 and 210. We'll have to probably go through this again when we come back, but make sure that you know the proper way of reading the reading skill. It's always very difficult if the needle don't point towards a number but point towards a marking in between the numbers instead. All right, so with that, let's go to our running revision. Okay, so let's go through question 11. Very simple. All you need to do is draw models. Okay, so let's start off first. Let's draw the models. Okay, let's do the highlighting first. I nearly forgot. Okay, do the highlighting first. 6 chocolate bar for milk is $22. So I know $22 is my 6 chocolate bar plus 4 milk. Okay, and then after that I'll use a different color. I know again 6 chocolate bar is the same thing, and one packet of milk costs 16. So this is 6 chocolate bar, which is the same as you can see, plus 1 milk. This is $16. So straight away you see that the only difference is here. Okay, straight away you can see that the difference is actually this part. This is actually the difference. 6 chocolate bar, 6 chocolate bar same. The difference is with the milk. So if you draw the models out, this is what you will see. Okay, let's draw the first one out. I got 6 chocolate bar, label 6C, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 packets of milk here. This is milk, this is milk, this is milk, this is milk, and everything here is $22. Okay, I'll leave out the dollar sign. Okay, then after that, the next one, still the same 6 chocolate bar, nothing changed. So you realize it's the same, and it's very important to draw correctly, okay, accurately. But this time around, there's only one packet of milk, and this costs $16. Okay, so what can you do, and what you want to find? You want to find how much is one chocolate milk, one packet. So realize there's this big difference over here. Let's use a different color. Okay, there's this big difference over here due to the 1, 2, 3 packets of milk. So first thing you want to find is the difference. Okay, you want to find the difference first, and you know the difference is due to the 3 packets of milk. Okay, so let's do the equations down. So let's write down. So 3 milk is actually, all you do is use 22 minus 16. Okay, 22 minus 16 equals to 6. Okay, you can do working, you know that it is 6. So what does this 6 means? Okay, so this 6 actually means $6, and this $6 actually means 3 milk. So if 3 milk or 3 packets of milk is actually, okay, if 3 packets of milk, okay, let's do an arrow. Okay, if 3 packets of milk is $6, and if 3 packets of milk is $6, how do you find one packet of milk? Because that's what we want to find. So if 3 packets of milk is $6, one packet of milk, all you need to do is just $6. Okay, let's write the divide sign down. Okay, all you need to do is $6 divide. Okay, 3 milk is $6. So 1 milk is $6, divide by 3 will give you $2. Okay, so answer is quite straightforward. It costs $2. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so Kitty say don't know how to do. A lot of you, okay, most of you can do, which is good, but some of you don't know how to start because you don't see it. Okay, it's very hard to see, to know how to do. If you just read it, it's very difficult. No one can. You need to draw it to show it, and that's the power of models. Models show you how to solve. So if you draw them accurately, you realize that the difference is caused by the 3 packets of milk. So first you find the difference, and you know the difference is the 3 packets of milk. So if 3 milk is $6, to find 1 milk, all you need to do is divide by 3, is to $2. Okay, so this is the way to do it, and it comes from the model, not from the question. Okay, so let's go to the next question, question 12. All right, Mutu buy one. Okay, let's do the highlighting first. Mutu buy one adult ticket and one child ticket, so he buy 2 tickets. Okay, adult one costs 55.50. This is adult, and the children one is $13 cheaper. Stop here, tell me who has more, who has less. Okay, every time you're comparing, tell me who has more, who has less. Child is $30 cheaper than adult. Cover the difference. The child is cheaper. Okay, so straightforward. This is cheaper. This is expensive. Okay, so with this, you know that if you want to draw a model, the bar for adult is longer, the bar for child is shorter. Okay, and then after that you gave $100. How much change do you receive? So straight away, same thing, draw a model. I have an adult ticket, I buy adult, I buy child. Adult, it's $55.50. I take away the dollar sign, don't confuse myself. I know adult is more expensive. If adult is more expensive, the child is cheaper. If the child is cheaper, it must be a shorter bar. Okay, common sense. Okay, so what's the difference? The difference here is $13. Okay, you can write outside, you can also write inside. Okay, so you know that with this, you know you can find child, and then you know you buy them, so you need to find the total. Okay, you can find the total over here, which is this. And then after that, knowing the total, all you need to do is use $100, which you give the cashier, minus away the cost, you get the change. Okay, so let's do step by step in a different color. Okay, so with this, okay, let's choose a different color. Let's choose back to red. Okay, so first you want to find the child ticket. Okay, so I want to find the child ticket. How much child ticket is actually $55.50. I can take away my dollar sign while doing working, only when it's the final answer then I put it back in. So to find the child ticket, all I need to do is use the adult minus the difference, which is 13, will give me $42.50. So $42.50 means something. It means the child. That's why from the start of the year I said that everything you do, you must know what you're doing. You must know what minus what, not what number minus what number, but it's the adult minus the difference give you the child. Okay, so now I know the child is 42.50. Now I find the total cost. Okay, so total cost is actually 55.50 plus 42.50. Okay, and this one gives you $98. Okay, you can do the working. I'm not going to do the working for you. You can do the working yourself. Okay, so 55.50 plus 42.50 give you $98. And then after that, all you need to do is use $100 minus $98. Use the total money you give minus the total cost will give you the change. So the change is very simple. The change is use $100 minus 98. Quite straightforward. This is actually $2. So I'm going to put in my dollar sign in case I forget. So very simple. He received $2 of change. Okay, simple as that. Alright. So step by step, use the models to guide you. Okay. Some of you just stop. For example, here. Some of you just minus 42 and then never minus the rest. Some of you went on to plus 13 instead. So it really shows me whether you understand the question or not, whether do you read the question or not. Okay, and then after that, do you know what you're doing? Okay, because if you know the child is cheaper, why you go and add? You should minus from the adult. Okay, so all these points to whether you understand or don't understand the question. So you find the child first, then find the total cost, use the amount of money you pay, minus the cost will give you the change. Okay, simple as that. Let's go to the next question. This question is challenging, but you will realize that it's actually very easy if you draw the model. Okay, so same thing, let's highlight. They share $250. They share the amount, so this is actually the total. Okay, so 250 is actually the total and they share it. Share means equal, so this and this will have equal amount, and then later on we'll show it in the model. Okay, if Aisha gave Keith $45, they will have the same amount of money. Okay, alright, I think I made a mistake here. This shouldn't be equal yet. Okay, we don't know. Initially at first they share. In this case, they might not have equal, but only if Aisha give Keith $45, then they will have equal. Okay, because it says here they are the same. Okay, so at the start they may not have equal, but if A gives to K $45, they will have equal. Okay, so there are many ways of doing this. I'm going to show you just one way. Okay, so after they want to find out how much Aisha have at first, how much Keith have at first. So I'm going to start from the back. I'm gonna work backwards. Okay, I'm gonna work from in the end. So let's say if Aisha really give Keith $50, they have equal amount of money. So we start with that first. Let's start to draw a model. A and K. So let's say this is the end. The end after Aisha give Keith, they have the same amount of money. So both bar must be equal. So I have one bar here. I have one bar here. And I know that because I know the total is $250. So if we start from this first, and this is in the end, after Aisha give Keith $45, both of them have equal amount. They have $250 altogether. So all I need to do is to find out how much is one bar. So this is what I will say. In the end, I make sure I know what I'm doing. Each person have, I'm going to expand this so you can see everything, right? So in the end, let's say after Aisha give $45 to Keith, and they have the equal amount of money. So how to find this part? 250. Let's do the divide sign. 250 divided by 2. You go and work it out. I'm sure you know. Equals to 125. Okay. So in the end, since they have the same amount of money, each person will have $125. So this is 125, and for Keith, I'll write outside. This is 125. So at the end, they have same amount of money. 125 plus 125 give you 250. So now we work backwards. So to get 125 is Aisha give Keith. So if we move backwards, so Keith must return back to Aisha $45. So if Keith return Aisha back to $45, Aisha will have more money. So 45. And this is the original amount which you want to find. Okay. And then of course if Keith give back 45, Keith will have minus $45, and this is the amount that Keith have at first. So to find A or Aisha, okay, to find Aisha, all you need to do is to use 125 plus 45 equals to $170. Make sure you put the dollar sign in. Yeah, make sure you put the equal sign as well. Okay, so in the end is they have equal, so each is 125. We work backwards. Aisha give Keith, so working backwards, Keith will return back to Aisha. So Aisha will have more money, so I plus 45. That's why Aisha has or Aisha had $45. Aisha had $170, sorry. Okay, so same thing you do for Keith. So Keith 125, he returns back the $45. So minus 45 will give you $80. Again, put in the dollar sign. Okay, so very simple. Keith has $80. Okay, so again, it all boils down back to your models. Draw what you know. Okay, don't say I don't know. Draw. Just draw. The more you draw, the better you get. The more you don't want to draw, you won't know how to use models to solve. Especially the models gonna get more and more difficult. Alright. So draw it out. You realize that they start off equal, and then after that we work backwards. Keith return $45 to Aisha. Aisha become longer, and then Keith become shorter. So it's actually quite straightforward question. Okay. So with this is the answers for yesterday's homework, and today we'll learn how to convert mass from kg and grams to grams, and then the other way around as well. Okay, so make sure you look at the videos first before you start on your homework. Okay, see you later.